Welcome back to our series on Catholic women. My name is Jenny Zahner. Today we're going to be talking about Saint Kateri Tekakwitha, who is also called the Lily of the Mohawks. Who may tell me what is most pleasing to God, that I may do it? Saint Kateri was born in 1656 near present-day Auriesville, New York. The same place and among the same people where Saint Isaac Joes, another Jesuit missionary, had suffered martyrdom 10 years before. The lingering ambivalence toward the Christian black robes ran through her whole family. While her mother, a captured Algonquin, was herself a Christian, her father, a Mohawk chief, viewed the new religion and its foreign emissaries with deep suspicion. Both of her parents died in an outbreak of smallpox when Kateri was only 4 years old. Her own scarred face showed the marks of the disease, which had also darkened her vision, causing her to stumble even in bright light. As a result, her people called her Tekakwitha, the one who walks groping her way. She grew up like other girls in her village, but something about Kateri set her apart. She resisted the role that was expected of her, to become a wife and mother of her own family. Her memory of her own mother's faith was doubtless limited, yet when a Jesuit missionary, Father Jacques de Lamberville, arrived in her village in 1674, she eagerly sought his company and surprised him by requesting baptism. 2 years later, her wish was granted. She was given the baptismal name of Kateri, a Mohawk version of Catherine. Kateri's conversion provoked great resentment among her family and her tribal community. Their scorn steadily escalated to the point where Father de Amberville feared for her survival. Finally, he urged her to flee. Under cover of darkness and with the help of a few fellow converts, she set off for another village by foot and made a trip of 200 miles to a Christian mission near Montreal. There, on Christmas Day, 1677, she made her first communion. Free at last to practice her faith, Kateri was exhilarated. Still, she had to grope her way in a world that supplied no clear models. She attended daily Mass, spent much of her time in prayer, and otherwise occupied herself by serving the aged and infirmed in her community. Yet even the seasoned missionaries were astonished and somewhat perplexed by her devotional zeal and her extreme asceticism. They urged her in the direction of a Christian marriage, yet she continued to resist that option. Instead, she proposed founding a convent, an idea that was quickly dismissed, as there was no basis at that time to suppose that native Christians were suited for the religious life. Nevertheless, in 1679, Kateri made a public vow of chastity. That was as far as she could go with her dream of life as a religious. The next spring, she fell gravely ill. After uttering the words, "Jesus, I love you," she died on April 17th, 1680, at the age of 23. Many witnesses testified that upon her death, all marks of pox disappeared from her face. In 1980, Kateri Tekakwitha was beatified by Pope John Paul II, becoming the first Native American to be recognized as a saint. Thank you.